Welcome to the Shelbyville Golden Eagle Football Show. We're glad you guys could be with us today. I'm Jim Fuller. I'll be your host today, and I'm pleased to have with us today, of course, the head coach of the Shelbyville Golden Eagles, Coach Jason Hardy. Coach Hardy, a good night to kick off the season last night.
Yeah, very good night. You know, anytime you start the year off on the road, it's a challenge, and of course we went that's our longest road trip of the year, and kind of glad to get it out of the way, but. A lot of things you're worried about as a head coach that first game, and you know we went down there and took care of business, come away with a nice win.
Yes, you did, and I believe you're probably in a pretty enviable position here as a head coach because a lot of your skill players from last year's team, which did very well, are back again this year.
Yeah, we're fortunate. Stat-wise, we've got all the leaders coming back. We got our leading passer, leading rusher, and leading receiver coming back. That's good on paper, but you know it's like I've been telling them all preseason. That was last year, so we've got to do it this year. And last night, all of them kind of contributed, and we had a good night. And we got some younger guys that's going to contribute. But the biggest thing for us right now is trying to find the right 5 guys up front and playing together as a team on offense. Defensively, we've had a big change, and so we're still kind of learning a new defensive system. So it's a challenge, but you know hopefully each week we'll get a little bit better.
Talk about your defense a little bit because you have a new defensive coordinator, I believe. Is that correct? And you're also changed the style. How does that?
We brought in Coach Andrew Holcomb from Smyrna, and we went from a 4-man front, 4 defensive linemen, and 3 linebackers to kind of opposite 3 defensive linemen and 4 linebackers. So we did that to get a little bit more speed on there, and we felt like it would be good for us. And it has been so far, but you know, we're still learning. And last night, I couldn't ask for better. The first defense really pitched a shutout. We gave up 14 points on the night, but the first defense didn't give up any. And I think we only gave up maybe 1 or 2 first downs in 3 quarters just about. So very pleased with that defensive effort and a great start out by Coach Holcomb and the new defense.
On the offensive side of the ball, of course your quarterback's back and Michael Eddings is back at tailback. Your receivers, I think from last year, those guys are back. But do you have a new offensive coordinator as well?
Well, our offense coordinator left and he took the head coach at Creekwood. We've run the same offense since I've been there. So even though we do have kind of new coaches in place, it's still the same offense. And so yeah, we have new people in place, but the offense has been with me from the beginning, and we're just going to adapt a little bit each year. So you'll see the same type of offense, even though we've lost a great coach and Coach Palmer from last year.
I just wondered, as a head coach, and you were an offensive player in college, so as a head coach, do you kind of focus on that offense perhaps a little more than defense? But
I try all 3 phases. It's there's in my opinion, no one more than important. This year, I'm a little bit more heavily involved in the offense than the defense with the new coordinator coming in on that side. But head coaches, they got to worry about everything, even where the kids stand on the sideline. I mean, it's a little bit of everything, so it's a tough job.
All right. Okay. Folks, we're going to take just a moment to acknowledge some of our fine sponsors for the show. We'll be right back in just a moment with the first quarter of today's game.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. we lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Drive with a name that you can trust, and you get a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles that drive Middle Tennessee. From Shelbyville to Murfreesboro and all the great areas around, Shelbyville Automotive is proud to serve Middle Tennessee with outstanding service. We know that if we truly treat the customer right and give them service after the sale, that's what keeps them coming back. That's why our customers are at the center of everything that we do. I invite you to come by the all-new Shelbyville Automotive on the hill in Shelbyville.
31W. We're more than just an insulation company. We're also a garage door company, and a shelving company, and a mirror company, and a fireplace company. In fact, if it has to do with the look of your home, 31W's probably that too. Give us a call. Let us give you a free in-home estimate, and we'll show you how easily 31W can change the look of your garage, your bathroom, well, you get the idea. We've been family owned since 1972, so call 31W today.
As a 5-star rated bank with locations in Bedford and Moore counties, First Community Bank has been the bank of choice for over 25 years for both families and businesses. Customers openly place their faith in the leadership of the bank that provides multiple services, each designed to provide solutions for the needs of every customer. Services like mobile banking is just one example.
I just bought a horse with mobile banking.
When asked what customers like best about First Community Bank, they answered.
I like the service here, and I like the people.
The professional service that they give us down here.
They support youth sports.
Community-oriented and customer-minded, the solution to all of your banking needs is a short ride or a simple phone call away. Take that first step to a community-minded bank. Call 931-684-5800 or stop by one of their locations today. First Community Bank, a community leader.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, we're kicking off the first quarter here.
Yeah, and we kick it off, and great kick, and ball hits the ground. I actually believe we recovered this, but a referee said the guy was touching it while he's out of bounds. So we start here, and you're going to see Lawrence County. They're going to have 10 people up there. Their wing tee, run game, and be hard to tell a lot of things going on, but you can see a lot of white jerseys getting to the ball earlier. There was David Rutledge, who's making his first ever start at linebacker, and hold him to third down here and try to pass it. And do a good job in the coverage and start the game off forcing a 3 and out and forcing a punt. So we'll get the ball back here. I'd like to see us field that ball right there. Had a really good punter there at Lawrence County, so have to start inside the 20. The first series here, we go empty back set and we throw it out to Michael Eddings at receiver. He's usually our running back, but we like to get him out there in space every now and then. There you can see he just catches a 0-yard pass and gets about 12. And we felt like coming in, we could throw out here wide on them and make them respect us wide before we try to start running it. We got a little counter play right here, and you can see Michael. He's a very explosive running back, and he had a big night with 4 touchdowns last night.
He's strong too, isn't he?
He is one of the strongest players on our team, and it's good to try to get him going early. And then, of course, we use him as a decoy there, and then our quarterback there, Mason Cunningham, pulls it and brings it down, and just kind of taking what they give us. That's kind of our philosophy on offense. And we're going to mix it up, running and passing, and have a great drive going right here, and get another first down. We're inside the 15-yard line, and here we go. We got a senior quarterback here. We're about to, on first down here, really roll out and gets the pressure. I want to throw the ball away right here. And you can see we lose 10, 11, 12 yards, and that's just unacceptable. And so we go from having a great drive, no negative plays, and negative plays really kills you, and that puts us in second long. Now we're in third and long. come in and don't do a very good job in protection, get quarterback hit. And forces a fourth down a little bit out of field goal range and just kind of throw one here and, get lucky on the pass interference call. Good pass right there. So, we knew Lawrence County. We played Lawrence County every year I've been a head coach, and they've always been a 4-3. And we've got some film on them, and they were 4-3. And then coming right out of the gate, they changed defense on us. So we're looking at a totally different defense than we practiced against all week. So a lot of credit to our kids to adjust. That was still fourth down, and we don't get the first down, so we turned over on downs. Once again, that first down play, losing a lot of yards, just really, really, really hurt. But defense coming back on the field again. You'll be able to see a lot of the team speed we have, and Lawrence County trying to run it wide on us, and we felt like if they tried to run it wide, that we had the advantage. And once again, defense, 3 plays and out, and Chris McLean right here on fielding the punt and does a good job returning it to our 40-yard line. Come back and just see right here, Michael's making a great effort, but he's getting hit in the backfield, and even though he gains about 5 yards right there on his own. So
that was a pretty good run there.
Yeah,
because he was hit early.
We've got to be blocking the front line guys better, and we worked on it. We got better as the night went along, especially in the second half. And up front, we've had 5 different ones all preseason, and we've got the only kid we had at all district last year in the offensive line is hurt, so he'll be back next week, and that'll help us out. There's a little quick screen out to Amari Dandy, who does a great job right there getting back, and another good throw by Mason to O.J. Davis, O.J. Davis right here, number 2. Going to be a big weapon for us. About 6'2" receiver. He makes it tough to defend. And there's Michael just punishing people. He makes it tough for you to come up if you're a DB. And Mason keeps right here. Get on the scoreboard early and get the PAT block. Had a guy jump over us, which is supposed to not be legal, but he did it.
No call on that one, obviously.
No, they don't want you hurling people because that's a good way to get hurt. And here's our kickoff, and that's too many yards, and this is probably the thing we're going to focus on the most is our kickoff coverage team. We just did not do a very good job on it. And I'm not very happy with it. And always tough to work on, especially after the first game. Here we go defensively again, a lot of white jerseys. That wing tee they run, they keep you jumbled up in there and you don't know what's going on. Next thing you know, here they come and double handoff, and great tackle right there and keep him short again. So
that's
a quick first quarter right there.
Yes, it was. First quarter ends with the Golden Eagles leading 6-0, but offense looking good there, and the defense also looking well.
Yeah, the defense didn't give up a first down and 3 possessions. Offensively, the only thing I'm disappointed in was that first drive. We just move it, and then stall inside the red zone because we took a negative play. And I talked with Mason about it, and he's a senior quarterback. He knows that we don't take 12-yard sacks on first down. So overcome it, come back, and did a good job getting in the end zone, and of course lead 6-0 here in the first quarter.
You mentioned Lawrence County came out in a different alignment than you thought defensively. I'd have to think that it helps that you've got some seniors back there on offense, especially at your quarterback position, who's probably seen that before.
Yeah, that's a great point. And if we come in here earlier, or 2 years ago, and we've got some guys that hadn't ever seen anything, they might really get nervous or freaked out about it. Our guys are a lot of returning veterans, so we've seen that 3-4 before, or 3-5. We've seen just about every defense. So, we've done a good job preparing ourselves, and those guys did an excellent job of not worrying about it, not trying to do something different, and just adapt.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to move now into the second quarter action. There's going to be a little daylight here in this quarter.
Almost blocked the punt right there. Do a good job. Get the ball back in pretty decent territory. Come back out and Little quick screen to Amari Dandy. We got all kinds of blockers out there, and if we get a couple of them, instead of a 9-yard gain, that's probably a 20-yard gain. As I said, we've got a backup center in there, and kind of had a bad snap right here. And once again, get that negative play. So, once again, we're doing all things right. We're just stopping ourselves here early in. And then, you know, Trevin Bailey, who's normally our guard, is playing center, and he did an excellent job snapping the ball last night. And, you know, just that one time was really the only bad snap we had. So, those things happen. Like I said, next week he'll go back to his normal position. We'll have our 2-year starter and Trey Kelso back, which will help the whole offensive line. Little pass, little double move right here. The guy actually gets behind us, which I don't like, but Chris McLean, great cover corner, recovers, and he didn't panic right there. He came back and just made the play. Come back, try to throw it again, try to get the corner, and you know, that's why we went to the 3-4, because we got a lot of speed at that outside line. We talked all week right here about worrying about fake punt, and they tried one early, and J.D. Harris back there, one of the returners, did a good job sniffing it out, and they took a chance. We did a good job. Here's a young man right here, number 13, Avery Brown. I'm excited about him. He's probably the fastest player on the team. He's just a sophomore. It's his first varsity action, and he's explosive. We want to find ways to get him the ball. Just a little overthrown right there. You know, I think our routes still by receivers got to be crisper. Come back with a screen. Once again, Michael just, I mean, that's probably a play that's not a lot going on. He makes a good move. Got to hold on to that ball, though.
He's pretty durable, too. He hasn't been hurt a lot, has he?
No, he's you know, he's a warrior in the weight room. Here's Sente Muse running the counter right here, and Sente, even though he's a wide receiver, we use him at running back a lot. He's a weapon. Once again, just a little quick pass out to Eddings. I like to see him get wider right there. Inside the 10. You know, we don't change up a lot what we do inside the 10. A lot of teams and people have asked me, well, why don't you go in with a fullback? And, you know, we just try to do what we do. And it's worked. And there you go, Michael getting his first 4 touchdowns of the night. So extra point by Noah Mason was good. This time nobody jumped over us. And here we go, kicking off. And once again, great job by Noah Mason putting it where it needs to be. And this is the way we're going to have to kick off this year. We're just going to have to kick it to the sides and corners, because down the middle we're not doing a very good job of covering. And here's Jamal Harden, number 6 right there at outside linebacker, making a tackle. He had a really good game. He's on the edge again. You can see he strings it out, and that allows time for Chris McLean and the safeties to come up. A little quick slant. Have it well defended. That's where he knows if he catches, he's about to take a hit. Once again, not a great punt. Just need to probably stay away from that. That's too close for me.
It makes the coach nervous a little bit.
Yeah, we either field it or we don't field it. Don't be in that no man's land. Once again, way too much penetration. Had a couple of blocking schemes issues that we need to fix, and we got them fixed before the night was over with. We got some guys up there on that front line did a good job last night. And, you know, Jack Mitchell's a right guard, never started before. Zach Burns at right tackle, only probably played in 3 games as offensive lineman. Great block by number 55, Miles Wilson. I wish we could rewind that back. He just destroys somebody. And then, of course, Michael gets about 20-yard gain.
Showing some speed there as well.
Oh, yeah. Another good run there by Mason. Got Jamal in there and running back. Quick screen out to Amari Dandy, and you know, sets up his block real well right there. You know, what we tell our receivers is when we throw those quick screens that it's a run. We're getting 5 yards, don't try to be fancy. Good job looking off the safety by Mason Cunningham and coming back to O.J. Davis for a touchdown. And, you know, that's the nice thing about having guys that have played together. They know where they're going to be. We worked on that play all week. Mason did an awesome job of looking to safety one way and then coming back on the other side. Defense back out there and still haven't given up a first down. And like I said, this is a brand new defense, and we've rolled a lot of players in there. Coach Buchanan, the new defensive line coach, he's playing several defensive linemen. There's Tristan Maxwell. And really right there, he gets up, he's excited. And we get a 15-yard penalty for celebrating. And, you know, I don't like 15-yard penalties, but that one right there wasn't much. And there's another great play by Jamal Harden. So the first down they get is off a penalty. And to be honest with you, I didn't think the kid was taunting or anything. He was just excited.
Yeah, because this is an exciting game.
Yeah.
For goodness sakes, and you're going to show a little emotion.
Great job by Darius and Amari Dandy right there. Almost have a pick. We overrun that. I don't know how we don't block it. Little snap issue right there. And here's that sophomore I was talking about, Avery Brown. We're going to find ways to get him the ball. So you'll see 13 a lot this year. Good job. There's Avery Brown again, number 13. Good job of Mason avoiding the rush. And you can see they're starting to try to bring linebackers and panic a little bit. Which, when people start bringing linebackers, we've just got too many weapons. If we'll do a good job blocking up front, we'll be all right. There's a 5-yard penalty. Here's Avery again. We throw it out there to him. You can see the speed right here, and you know, probably if it wasn't the sideline, wouldn't have been there. Probably would have been gone.
Great acceleration there too.
He's fast, and we've got some fast kids. OJ's got to make that catch. OJ Davis got an offer from the Naval Academy and already had 1 touchdown, and sticks out 1 hand instead of 2 right there. A little disappointed. We talked about it, and I know next time he'll make the play. Great run by Mason here, and they call us on a hold. So early on, have a couple penalties. It wasn't a bad night in penalties, but it was any penalties too many. And we have about 6 or 7. That's too many. Put the ball on the money again, and there's Amari Dandy who's already made 2 or 3 good catches. And, you know, he'd be the first one to tell you it was a little low, but he makes those catches. 3rd and about 25, we don't have many play calls, and we're just trying to get some positive yards there, and they did a good job in Lawrence County. And a little disappointed right there in those penalties that really stopped that drive. Once again, to me, the only time we've stopped has been when we stopped ourselves.
Not a lot of things in the playbook for 3rd and 25, Coach?
There's not. You know, we're just trying to hand it off to Michael right there. And you know, Michael Eddings sometimes is a good play call for 3rd and 35, and we try to hand it off. But Lawrence County, you know, give them credit. They were bringing everybody, and they brought more than we could block. So I felt like we could have done more, and we left some points on the board in the first half. But you know, 20-0 at half, I'm not going to complain.
Exactly. Real quick, you mentioned that you changed your defensive formation from a 4-3 to a 3-4. Is that dictated typically because of the personnel you have, or just your philosophy?
Excuse me, personnel. We've got, and you've seen Jamal Harden, number 6 right there, and number 2, OJ Davis. Those guys right there are just exceptional athletes, and we thought we wanted those guys on the edge, and 3-4 allows us to do that a little bit better. And we felt like our biggest problem across the board is team depth, especially at the lineman position. So we go away from 4 defensive linemen to 3 defensive linemen. Just made sense.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So we really think it's going to be good for us, and I'm just super pleased. Like I said, we didn't really give up a first down in the first half except for a penalty on a kid that was just happy that he made a great play. So.
Right. Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. More to come right after this. Stay with us.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Drive with a name that you can trust, and you get a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles that drive Middle Tennessee. From Shelbyville to Murfreesboro, and all the great areas around. Shelbyville Automotive is proud to serve Middle Tennessee with outstanding service. We know that if we truly treat the customer right and give them service after the sale, that's what keeps them coming back. That's why our customers are at the center of everything that we do. I invite you to come by the all-new Shelbyville Automotive on the Hill in Shelbyville.
31W. We're more than just an insulation company. We're also a garage door company, and a shelving company, and a mirror company, and a fireplace company. In fact, if it has to do with the look of your home, 31W's probably that too. Give us a call. Let us give you a free in-home estimate, and we'll show you how easily 31W can change the look of your garage, your bathroom, well, you get the idea. We've been family owned since 1972, so call 31W today.
As a 5-star rated bank with locations in Bedford and Moore counties, First Community Bank has been the bank of choice for over 25 years for both families and businesses. Customers openly place their faith in the leadership of the bank that provides multiple services, each designed to provide solutions for the needs of every customer. Services like mobile banking is just one example.
I just bought a horse with mobile banking.
When asked what customers like best about First Community Bank, they answered,
I like the service here and I like the people.
The professional service that they give us down here.
They support youth sports.
Community-oriented and customer-minded, the solution to all of your banking needs is a short ride or a simple phone call away. Take that first step to a community-minded bank. Call 931-684-5800 or stop by one of their locations today. First Community Bank, a community leader.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, third quarter action now, and Shelbyville up 20 to, what is this, 20 to
0?
0, yeah.
Yeah, that's Sente Muse right there. We talked about a halftime coming out, and he takes one all the way back inside the 30, and this is the way you like to see kids come out after halftime.
Coaches like to see that too, don't they, right after halftime?
Definitely. You know, we talked about how you're not letting up. Sente does a great job on the return, and then one play, Eddings goes about 30 yards for a touchdown. Had a little, you know, you can see them jumping overs, which is supposed to be illegal in high school, and they kind of worried us a little bit. Referee agreed that it was illegal. He just didn't agree that they were doing it. Hope he watches this film. Hope he's watching. And here's just we give up 35 yards on that return, and this is just what. It's probably my biggest worry of the night right there is that we just did not do a good job on kickoff cover. And there we got Zach Burns, number 76, making a great play, tackle for loss. And, you know, we're coming out hard on defense again. Hadn't given up Tristan Maxwell coming up and just leveling somebody. So we got guys wanting to hit, and when you see that and they're having fun hitting, that's when you know you're going to have a good defense. And once again, there's 3 plays, all 3 go backwards. And, you know, 1 play on offense, touchdown, 3 plays on defense, and no gain.
Do you see that wing tee a lot during the course of the year?
We'll see it. We'll see it a couple times this year. This year, I think we've got at least 2. We don't see it near as much as we throw this ball out here a little bit earlier. We're going to have a big play, and we still have one. Michael, he just running over people. He's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
We want him with the ball in space. Come back right here. Great job by Mason. This is what we're talking about right here. Just get it to a receiver. He does the rest, although they call it block in the back here. I'm sitting there looking at it. I didn't agree with the call. Our kids trying to block downfield for other receivers. That's what we'd encourage, and that's what they're doing. And so we get a touchdown taken away from us, but our kids don't panic, and we come right back. Throw a little quick screen out to Sente. that's the thing. Like Sente Muse, he could be our starting tailback, and it helps. We can just throw it out there to him and him run in space. And O.J. Davis here, they're going one-on-one with O.J. and if we can continue to get one-on-one coverage with him, we're going to have a good year. I think a lot of teams will start watching film and saying we're going to have to put somebody over on number 2. He's a weapon. That's his second touchdown of the night.
You can surprise a few people on the first game, can't you?
Yeah. And, but the good news is we feel like if they try to overplay Michael or they try to overplay O.J. or Sente, and, you got Amari. And like I said, here we got them bottled up, and this is what makes me sick. We got a shutout going for our defense, a new defensive coordinator, and, we let it all go out the bag on the kickoff return. And, it's just everybody stopped. And the next thing you know, he pops out of there and scores on a long kickoff return. So on a night when our defense hadn't even given up a first down, it makes you mad as a coach that your kickoff return team gets rid of that 0. So we come back out here, and here's the only time in the game I really felt like we got a little deflated because of that. Once again, they call that on Sente, and I'm sitting there watching it. They call a hold. Sometimes you get up, and it seems like you get some of those calls that are iffy go against you. I don't know. But we get a first down.
You've had several go against you right here, it looks like, in this.
Yeah, and we'll evaluate it, and we got to do a better job. It's not a very good route. There's the little sophomore I'm talking about wanting to get the ball to, and we get him the ball, and he don't run a great route, so got to do a better job. And he had a good night. He had 2 or 3 carries. Right here, we got a touchdown right here if we put it on him. And Mason and I discussed this play right there, and that was something we worked on all week. And I was very disappointed to see us not hit Darius. Darius runs a good route. We should have hit him, and should have been a touchdown. Come back here now. Give up a pass play, but still short of a first down. Oh, I'm sorry, it's incomplete. There's a lot of white jerseys around the football right there. That's what I like to see. As I said, our defense can't ask for any better. Quarterback here throws one, gets hit. J.D. Harris, a sophomore right here, intercepts it. Good stiff arm right here. Here's where you go as a coach. You say, don't reverse fields, and he takes it all the way back to the 1 yard line.
Oh, goodness.
So he's probably not going to listen to a word I say about not doing that. But we like to.
You didn't fuss at him about that, did you, Coach?
No, but we like to just take it and get upfield. And a lot of times you reverse fields, it isn't positive. And there's Michael Eddings going back in for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Noah Mason kicking another one through. So great job by the defense. They just been all over the place. And really, that's a defensive score. Kickoff return. Kicking it short, we're doing a good job. We kick it deep, we're just not covering well. Kind of getting to the point now we're starting to play. We're playing a lot of players, and which was a great thing. And we finally give up. This is the first down that they earn all night, and they fumble on it. So still don't have a first down that we hadn't given them. Come back right here, toss it to Michael. He gets downhill, good positive yards. Come back and go the other way with him, and you can see there's 3 or 4 people hitting him. We get some blocks right there, and we're in business. Little miscommunication on that play, but that's a great effort right there by Darius Young. Getting 6 yards off a play, it should have been nothing. Little toss sweep right here to Avery Brown, sophomore, and trying to use that speed to get outside, and we just got to do a better job of holding our blocks. Good job of Michael, and you can just see him. He's running the ball hard. Started on defense and played offense. Get it to him again. Come down inside. has been working, so why not give it to Michael again?
Absolutely,
That's his fourth
yeah.
touchdown of the night. So
You know, we saw him do that all last year too. Is he gotten a little bigger, weighing?
He's gotten stronger. He's, he had right at 2,000 yards last year rushing, which is probably a single season record in Shelbyville. Nobody knows for sure, but it's by far one of the best rushing years we've ever had. And he looks to me like he's running better this year already. Here's that time, we're up 48-7 going in the fourth quarter, and here's the time you love because you're going to get to let people play, but it's also a frustrating time as a coach because you know you're going to have some of these young guys missing tackles and going the wrong way and doing some things. And Lawrence County still got they keep their starting offense in and starting defense in the whole night. Of course, they're trying to get better. But our young guys, and I told them after the game, it's the best practice you can get right here. You can see them right there getting after it.
Yeah, that game experience is probably going to make a lot of difference later in the season.
It will, and we're not worried about the scoreboard. We take a lot of pride in not allowing people to score on us, but we're not going to keep our starters in on a 40-point lead in the fourth quarter to worry about points. We're going to get some of these young guys, try to get them better, and they're battling, and it's all we can ask for is for them to battle. Coming up, just really not playing that well. And the bad part about a lot of these guys on all weekend defense, they were the scout team offense, so they didn't get a lot of reps in weeks, so they didn't know what. And then they throw a little pass right there, and we got a couple sophomores that should make the tackle and didn't. But, maybe next time they will. Kickoff return, and on the film here, you can see our kickoff return. We've got everybody up. We wasn't going to give up an onside kick, and they kick it deep to us, so we don't have a lot of blocking right here, but still a good return.
Yeah, actually a pretty good return.
It's for not having anything set up, it's great. And here we got our young guys in. There's our sophomore quarterback who takes a lick, throws it to our sophomore receiver, and it's a great run right here. He's trying to make a move, but good job right there from Jay Blackburn to Luke Davidson, and those guys are glad to be in here, and we hand it off, and there's what happens when you have young guys. Miscommunication.
Good. When you're up 48-7, it's a good time for that to happen.
Yeah. Come back and give it to him, and that's a good little run right there by Montel Hendricks. And it don't look like much, but pretty good. Here's another sophomore running back, Cody Martin, who ran hard all preseason. Now here we're on fourth down, so we take a shot, and it's a great throw, and great throw. Young sophomore receiver right there, we really like it. He catches everything, and he had that in his hands and just didn't hold on to it. So I know he was disappointed last night, almost had his first varsity touchdown. A great throw by Jay Blackburn, our quarterback. Here we go back with some young guys on defense again. I think we get an offset and penalty. They hold, and we face mask. We got some guys in there trying to get better. Frank Watts, 57, they're running. He's had a good preseason. He's a young guy we really like, and there he is right there, coming upfield. Probably too much, but that's the thing about these young guys. They think just going hard and getting upfield, you'll make a play every now and then, but you'll also get. So here's a perfect example of that. The play before this, 57 goes upfield and it's bad. Next play comes back and comes upfield and he makes a 10-yard sack. So I like the effort.
Yeah.
We can coach everything else, but effort is great. Good job of Montel right there, hitting him as the ball gets there. Come back a double move, trying to throw. We'll get a little pressure on the quarterback. Throws it short, and we rally to the football and make the play, hold them on fourth down, and we come back out here. Now we got a freshman quarterback handing off to a freshman quarterback. We got two quarterbacks back there, freshmen. So they only get one play, but when you're a freshman, sometimes it's nice just to be able to get on the field.
Absolutely, yeah. I think your senior quarterback played that you have now, Cunningham. Did he play a little bit as a freshman?
He did. He sure did. So, like I said, one play, 2 plays, that's valuable experience.
Sure.
I mean, just where you're comfortable the next time you come out. So I was happy to see most everybody got in the games.
Yeah, and your sophomore quarterback there, Blackman, is it?
Jack Blackburn.
Yeah,
Blackburn.
yeah. I mean, he looked good out there throwing over there to another sophomore.
He did.
So,
yeah, I was very impressed with that. Of course, we dropped the touchdown, but some good plays there with Jay and Luke Davidson and Chris Houston and Montel. So, you know, we're going to count on those guys. It's a long year. Those sophomores will be out there at some point in time.
Yeah, okay. Invaluable game experience there as well last night, as you mentioned previously. Okay, coming up this week, you're going where this week?
We're at home versus Giles County. It's a non-district game. For people that don't know much about Giles County, I mean, they've been one of the better programs in the mid-state the last few years. And, you know, Bo Wallace played there a few years back. They won a state championship. Don't know a lot about them. I know we played them last year. I know they got a great running back, a great coach who's been to the state championship before. So we're expecting a battle. I know athletic-wise, it'll be a good matchup. And it's still, they had an 18-19 double overtime loss against Columbia. So it'll be an interesting matchup, and you know we're going to get to work on it this weekend, and on Monday our kids will be getting the game plan in.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, exciting night last night. Big win, 48-14.
Yes, sir.
And 48-14, and got a lot of people got to play, and so folks, this 2015 edition of the Shelbyville Golden Eagles is going to be an exciting team. They got a pretty exciting coach actually as well. So, you know, we invite you to get out there and see a game playing at home this coming week. I think all those games start at 7 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Coach Hardy. We'll see you again next week. Hopefully, you'll be as happy next week as you are today.
I hope so.
Great win here to open the 2015 season, folks. We'd like to see you here too, as well, with a replay on Saturday morning at 10:30. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then.